LGP, let's get paid. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. Trying to run it up. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. Yeah, getting paid, sitting back in my own lane, just in case I had to switch. You already know I dropped the shift, hit the RPMs. Anyway, I get double M's, some just like M&M's. You already know I'm getting them in, flipping shit. It wouldn't matter, come through, hit your house just like a lick. Take your merchandise out, straight to the bando, swap the bread out. Listen, hit the trap house, break down another pound of loud. Fuck it, that's how it's going down. Get money, it's a lot to think about. Can't see my little one, it's a lot to think about. Yeah, hey, it's a lot to think about. Get money, it's a lot to think about. Can't see my little one, it's a lot to think about. In this world, it's a lot to think about. I think about it all the time. How I can't see my little one, how I ride around. I don't even try to shine, I just really want to stay on my grind and stay out the way. Flip some more pies, cop some more, yay. Tell the truth, never spitting no lies. In the booth, how my niggas come through, spoofed up, they clean as fuck, rims tight, it wouldn't matter, good night. These niggas come around, they want a bite of the plate. Get your neck whipped off, nigga. Please, don't tick me or my set off, cause we'll set it off. Now you need a settlement. It's a lot to think about in this world while I'm getting these chips. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. Get money, it's a lot to think about. Can't see my little one, it's a lot to think about. In this cold world that we live in, it's a lot to think about. I'm getting money in this cold world, how I can't see my little one. It's a lot to think about in this cold world. You gotta move safe, stay focused, get the cake, bust a nigga brains wide open. If he ever run up on you and he trying to play, move the way, cop another chain. I told these niggas, they are crazy in the brain, in the way. I'm just smart to go and get the cake. Yeah, see, it's a lot to think about. When you close your eyes, it's a lot to think about. When you pray at night, yeah, it's a lot to think about. Sometimes it make you want to cry, cause it's a lot to think about. Get money, it's a lot to think about. I can't see my little one. It's a lot to think about in this cold world that we live in. It's a lot to think about when you're getting this money in this cold world. When you can't see, you can. It's a lot to think about in this cold world that we live in. It's a lot to think about. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. Hey, it's a lot to think about in this cold world that we live in. It's a lot to think about. Hurry up, get some more currency. Stack up on the Benjamins. Let's get paid, little nigga. It's a lot to think about. Get money in this cold world. It's a lot to think about. Damn, I really miss my little girl. It's a lot to think about. Real shit, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about, You ain't even gotta point no fingers in the game, They know who they is. When they come out here and they see you, hey, they ditching, switching gears, trying to keep up with you or get away from you, cause they scared that you gonna get out the car and say something to them or do something. But better yet, I'd rather go and get more money, cash another check on some hundreds, nigga. That's some real shit. I told these niggas, best believe it, I'm on crib and I ain't leaving until I'm deceased, little nigga. To the 5th degree. It's a lot to think about. In this cold world that we live in, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. In this cold world that we live in, it's a lot to think about. Get money in this cold world, it's a lot to think about. I can't see my little one in this cold world that we live in. Hey, it's a lot to think about. I just need the Benjamins. Hey, that's a lot to think about. Think of another game plan. Hey, that's a lot to think about. We're trying to get paid every day. Listen, that's a lot to think about. Switching lanes in a new Wraith. Hey, that's a lot to think about. Fuck it, Chevrolet candy paint. That's a lot to think about.